if you like realistic type books, keep watching, because Speak is full of real situations that teens go through on a day-to-day basis. I mean, the first thing that really caught my attention was the cover. I really honestly found it very interesting how it was placed, and how, there was it looks like a tree, an eye. For me, I thought the book was really gonna be about like something serious, something that would really catch my attention. And I also liked the back, because I read it and it really caught my attention. I was like, whoa, someone that is scared of probably speaking, someone that's very self-conscious, or someone that has is like an outcast. It was very interesting. I enjoyed it. Um, I when I saw the cover, I was very very attracted to it and very interesting. And I feel like after reading the book, it it really showed what it needed to show on how it was it was gonna be, how the book was really gonna be, how it was gonna impact me. And well, I feel like my impression did match the actual book. There were still things that I didn't expect to happen, which really surprised me, and it really it was very interesting. I enjoyed this one. Um, see, the book Speak is by Laurie Hassel Anderson. It was the genre, according to Google, is young adult realistic fiction coming of age. And I feel like it really connects and really ex, um expresses the book itself, like the genre. It really connects very good. um and I I found it very interesting, the genre, because I've never read a genre such as this. The book is around 198 pages long, which is not a long book, but is not a short book either. It's very good. Very good grammar, very easy grammar, very something easy to read, something light. It's not that thick. It's very very short, or very good for people who, don't really read a lot. Um, so the book, it takes place mainly in the main character's high school. But I mean, obviously she goes to different places. She goes to her home, obviously, but it mainly takes place in her high school. She's a first year in the high school, so it plays a pretty big role to the story. The main character of the novel is Melinda Sordina. I mean, throughout the whole book, she's very very sad. In my opinion, she's very very sad. I didn't really expect it. When I got into it, I felt like it was very out of the blue, but I think it plays a really big role into the story. And um the main challenge, I would say, for her would have to be her learning how to stand up for herself, her learning how to use her words to express her emotions, and really like using her words in a way where it won't negatively affect her, but it will help her out, in the very end. And I feel like the main thing that was at stake here for her was her self image, because you could really see she needs it throughout the whole book, and it plays a really big role in this. But it was very interesting, and the way she fought for it, the way she used her words, or the ones that she spoke, were very interesting. It was very good. I think something that really stood out to me would have to be the character development, because it plays such a big role in this book. Throughout the whole book, you see our main character Melinda grow slowly, and it feels like you can really connect with the characters more on a deeper level. And I really enjoyed that. I really liked how each character had their own little story, probably, like, and how each character like played their own big role in the story. I really enjoyed it. The development with each character was very nicely done. The pacing, I that's another thing that really stood out to me. It was very good. The climax building was so good. You felt everything. You felt the characters, emotion because of how extended the time was and how they used their time correctly. I feel like the pacing was just played a very big role, and was used professionally, very on a good level. Um, my personal, reaction to the book, with it made me feel sad at times because I mean you could see how realistic it is in a way. You could I feel like I could see many people I know in that situation. Um, I you could really feel the sadness that get the book gives off. But I mean, it also made me nervous at times because I didn't really know what was gonna happen next. It was very attention grabbing, and it really was a good read. Um, well, in my opinion, reading it didn't really change my opinion on how I thought it was gonna go, because it ultimately went how I envisioned, and it was very good, very very personally. I very much felt what she felt, because you could feel these emotions. These emotions are very realistic, and I enjoyed it. Um, this reminded me a lot of events that happen, in the real world, like serious events. And I mean, you could see this a lot, and you could really take this story and use it to help you out in your own life. I noticed so much real situations that happen in here, that happen out there. It could really happen to anyone. mm, my read, how on my personal rating and how I felt. I feel like readers that enjoy reading realistic like things, let's say like nonfiction, um, would enjoy this type of book, because it's very realistic. You could see a lot of things that were pulled from, let's say, maybe real events that happened outside, and turned into a way where it could be used in a book and be shown to awareness. um I I really recommend it also for like high schoolers or anyone that's older, because it's that good of a nonfiction. It's very interesting, especially high schoolers, because I mean she's a high schooler, the main character's a high schooler, and it's very good. I would rate it like a 8 out of 10, just because I enjoy reading fiction myself. But I mean, it's still a very good read for what it is, and I feel like if I reread it, it would give me more of a good understanding, and I enjoyed it a lot.